JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 2 suspected of crimes including contract killings charged. 2 teenagers were under investigation by the Major Investigations Division MID for suspected contract killings and other crimes in Western Jamaica have been charged. Daniel Knott, an 18-year-old of Granger in Westmoreland, and 19-year-old Dondre Wilson of Springfield in Morant Bay, St. Thomas, have been charged with murder and illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition. The teenagers were captured on August 15 during an operation by the police in Hopewell, Hanover. The 2 were seen lurking near a supermarket when they were nabbed. The police reported that 2 illegal guns, 3 magazines, and 62 rounds of ammunition were seized in their possession. A getaway motorcycle was also seized. Investigators report that in addition to the gun-related charges, Knott has been charged for a double murder, which occurred in Pumpkin Bottom in Hanover on August 1. Daniel Wilmot and 32-year-old Denisha Origio were fatally shot by armed thugs at their home. It is understood that the 2 men are still under investigation by the MID. 3 arrested in Westmoreland over gun seizure. The police in Westmoreland arrested 2 men and a woman following the seizure of an illegal gun and 14 rounds of ammunition during an operation in the community of Big Bridge on Monday. It is reported that about 11 a.m., cops were in the area when a premises occupied by the suspects was searched. During the search, a Smith & Wesson pistol loaded with ammunition was found inside a room, according to the police. The occupants were subsequently taken into custody. Their identities have been withheld pending further investigations. Man under witness protection threatens lawsuit alleging breach. A 51-year-old St. Andrew man who alerted the police to guns that gangsters had hidden in his yard says he's been removed from the witness protection program against his will. The man has also accused case officers of breaching his rights after claiming that he was forcibly held and administered psychiatric drugs at a medical facility, although not diagnosed with mental challenges. His attorney, Marcus Greenwood, is taking steps to file a lawsuit against the state, arguing that the Ministry of National Security, which has direct oversight of the program, has failed to honor its end of the agreement. Greenwood said that the claim is being brought against the state because the ministry has failed to respond to a letter of invitation for dialogue. The witness, who will not be identified to protect his identity, has been in the program since 2020. In an interview 2 weeks ago, he said what was promised to him upon signing a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, has not been fulfilled. He said that the MOU included the condition that he would receive a monthly stipend in the region of the $150,000 he earned previously as a construction worker. However, he said that he was given $20,000 monthly upon entering the program before his now deceased lawyer, Ernest Smith, lobbied for a $12,000 increase. For the past 2 months, he has received $36,000. Additionally, he said that he agreed to enter the program on the condition that he would be relocated overseas after the trial. But following a public dispute at a pharmacy in one of the parishes he was relocated to, he said his case officer told him that the court proceedings had ended and he would be released from the program. He said he was further informed that the main suspect was killed by the police last year. Them saw them type of criminal, you can't stay at Jamaica. We're going to send you away when the trial done. But they don't do nothing for trying to apprehend the people who put the gun there. How can the court be finished with a case that don't even start? The man said. He said that prior to that disclosure, he was being treated for depression. After he had to be relocated from the parish he was originally taken to because he was spotted twice. The witness said that a family member in the parish to which he was transferred had threatened him after he began working with the police. My brother was there, and he said that me jeopardize the family and put the family at risk. So anyway him see me, go mash me up. Then put me in a parish that I don't want to be, and that is where I got a heart attack, he said. He said that the ministry informed him that it was an oversight. The man said he was subsequently pulled from the parish, but fell ill again where he was relocated because of water challenges. He said that he received the service only twice per week, and that water from an installed tank had become contaminated. The witness said that after visiting a doctor, he was given a prescription to fill at a specified pharmacy under the program. But the pharmacist informed him, he said, that she was not given any instruction to fill the prescription. Me then a pain and there was a lot of stuff coming out of me, and me behave bad. A day after them tell me say me don't have no manners and that I was weaned from the program, he said. The witness said following the incident, a medical team was called in and he was tied down and taken to a facility and given several injections. Because I was seeing a psychiatrist, they said that I'm mentally challenged, but I was seeing the doctor because I'm depressed. I was in a parish that I was not supposed to be in, he said. Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, said that while the program has its challenges, it has worked well. Chang was asked if the ministry was doing enough to ensure that people who have provided the police with information are being properly cared for and protected, and whether there were plans to overhaul the program. We have not lost anybody to the extent that we're comfortable that the program has been working well. The only people we have lost are people who have left the program or refused to go on the program. We know that in today's Jamaica, if you are given the first person affidavit against known criminals or killers, they take a major risk and can be killed. But the program itself has been pretty good in securing their members, he said. Chang added that in instances where the cases are prolonged for a year or two, it can be disruptive to the lives of witnesses. Collapsed bridge forcing students to switch schools. Manchester North Western Member of Parliament Michael Phillips has blasted the government for playing politics with infrastructure, asserting that little to no attention is being directed to opposition-led constituencies. Speaking at his constituency conference at the Mile Gully Primary School on Saturday, Phillips said the state of the country's infrastructure, with emphasis on schools, is the worst it has ever been. Phillips referenced a collapsed bridge in Troy, which he said has triggered a wave of transfers of primary and high school students to institutions in St. Elizabeth. Troy, a rural district bordering Manchester North Western and Trelawney Southern, is home to the more than 100-year-old bridge traversed by residents of Manchester, Trelawney and St. Elizabeth. The bridge collapsed in August 2021 during the passage of Tropical Storm Grace. The Factor Works Minister Evel Warmington said months ago that there was no money in the budget to fix the bridge earlier. It can't take a year to respond to a broken bridge. The children are shifting schools. I felt going across that bridge, the lawmaker said. Teachers have been forced to travel an additional 15 miles because of the bridge collapse, said Phillips, with increased travel expenses eroding their incomes. According to the parliamentary representative, some teachers have disclosed their desire to relocate. Alligator Pond residents demand compensation from JPS over two-day power outage. Residents of Alligator Pond and surrounding areas in southern Manchester are calling on the Jamaica Public Service JPS to compensate them for their losses resulting from a two-day power outage. The residents, some of whom operate small businesses, argue that scores of food items including fish, chicken and ice cream had to be discarded. One resident, Carolyn Williams, said the power went from about 9 p.m. on Saturday. We pay we bill on time, these things no fear. Me want fish vendor, everything melt out. Me have to ask people to trust them from me just to keep my business going. We have to work so hard to pay we bills. And when we bills not paid, you guys come and cut we light, she said. The power was restored sometime after 7 p.m. on Monday. Another resident shared similar sentiments of the power outage. The fridge full of fish and chicken and me have to take them and dash them away. And me liquor in my shop me have to give them away. As one current bill come, we have to find the money for pay. Well, the people need some justice, she said. Educator Omar Robinson, who is aspiring to represent the People's National Party in the Alligator Pond Division, is calling on JPS to compensate the affected residents and small business owners. JPS must and should compensate customers who can show that they really lost items based on the company's negligence, he said. JPS's Director of Communications, Winsome Collum, said that while she was not aware of the outage, explained that customers can submit their claims. There is a standard claims process that any customer can use if they think that they have suffered some damage as a result of something on the part of JPS, and this would be for them to submit a formal claim in writing to the JPS Claims Department, Column said. Wholeness undeterred by false narratives surrounding government's housing programs. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his administration will not be deterred by critics who set out to create false narratives and to destroy good government policies. His declaration comes amid criticisms about changes to the National Housing Trust subsidy policy and the distribution of houses under the new social housing program. Nothing is wrong with criticism, but it is really destructive when people set out to destroy. But I'll not stand by and allow it. I'll always be front and center to take on all the arguments and the false narratives that are being created. It's the only way we're going to move forward as one country and solid on a program of progress and prosperity, said Holness. He was speaking Tuesday at the signing ceremony of a memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation and Ark Properties Limited at Jamaica House. Ark Properties is the first private sector organization to respond to the government's invitation to partner in the construction of 10,000 houses. 89 houses have so far been built under the Housing Opportunity, Production and Employment O program. A further 161 units are currently under construction across the island under the program. The Prime Minister said that it is his intention to hand over at least 10 units at a time instead of just one as now obtains. We need to get to the stage where we're doing 1,000 or 2,000 a year. Let's get it done. Let's look at the glass as being filled up rather than looking at the glass as being empty, he said. Holness has faced criticisms across social media platforms about how the units are being distributed. Economist Damien King has called the program arbitrary and unfair. King argued that it has no wider economic effect even to the recipients. Much research shows that increasing cash transfers to a broader group is more beneficial and more effective. But I know that won't allow for public relations grandstanding by the Prime Minister, said King. 44 new COVID-19 cases, 2 deaths reported. The Minister of Health and Wellness reported 44 new COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths on Monday, August 22, bringing the infection total to 148,966. The new cases comprise 27 females and 17 males, with ages ranging from 1 year to 92 years. The cases were recorded in St. James 17, Kingston and St. Andrew 14, Westmoreland 4, Trelawney 4, St. Catherine 2, Clarendon 2 and Manchester 1. 2 deaths were recorded for the period. These include a 62-year-old male from St. Mary and a 78-year-old female from St. Mary. There were 108 recoveries in the last 24 hours, bringing the total to 95,883. Currently, 118 people are hospitalized, 21 of whom are moderately ill, 6 severely ill, and 1 in critical condition. Jamaica's positivity rate for the latest round of testing is 16.5%. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.